it did not spill all over the floor. Oh, shit. I'm Ellie Didamio. Watch me see if you make it through this video, and will she get black all over? So the truth is, I'm like trying way too hard to make this video. And this is a great illustration about when you're thinking too much in an artwork or in life and you get trapped and you're like thinking and thinking and thinking, and this idea has to be perfect and this execution has to be makes sense, and this can't go wrong, and if I set it up all this in this perfect way, it's gonna be wonderful and perfect, and it doesn't work that way. So my basic idea was to start mark making with black. I know, right? Me. Contrary to popular belief, I do like black. Actually, I love black. So I'll be using some graphite and charcoal, and then some various different tools to apply the paint. We have your classic paintbrush. I like to get the cheap ones at the hardware store, or like, you know, I don't know, like a Dollar General, just not an expensive store, pretty much. Because what happens, I'll be in a painting haze and I will leave everything there because, you know, sometimes the art just takes over, and I'll come out the next day and I'll forget that I did that. And so then this is another, like a long handled brush, which if you don't have a long handled one, you could also make one by tying like two things together. A chopstick, a palette knife. I was calling them spreaders because I couldn't remember the name. Anyway, oh, did I say ballpoint pen? I mean, I've been loving just the ballpoint pen lately. I don't know, sometimes it's just the little things, you know. And then if you have like a cruddy brush, it's not perfect. I kind of like that. And then this is supposed to be for your meats, to baste it or like put the sauce on there, but not in this world. It's a painting tool. It's gonna make awesome marks. So when we talk about having fun with expressive drawing, it's all about, for me, emotionality, movement, energy, and conveying that. I'm thinking about composition, but like that's really in the background in my head. And depending on where you are in your art practice, that could take a lot of time to let that just be in the background. And also, maybe someone has the opposite problem. They're really good at composing and structuring the space and being super linear, and they have trouble letting the automatic come through. To me, there is like dominant preferences that happen over time within an individual through their life experience and through their interests, and I think that creates more of a dominant factor. To me, I've always been an abstract child and very intuitive and super sensitive and very shy and very dreamy. Like, I haven't always been here in this world. I'm usually like traversing other worlds, so it's easy for me to attune into the energy and the emotionality and move into those strange places. I also have lived many different kinds of life experiences, and that all colors and shades my expression. So there's always a way to investigate that more by thinking about it. But sometimes it's hard to think about it. Anyway, I'll keep talking about that as I work, and you can start to get a feel for what I'm talking about with this expressive drawing and mark making. Just expressive drawing with, starting with just black and gray, I guess, because graphite is more gray. When we think about marks and expressive drawing, we can think about the picture plane. Ooh. This is just graphite. So here's a division of space. And you could start to see how these things section off. But I'm not really interested in that as much as I am going gesturally. See, that's way more fun. And it's already more exciting to me. That other thing was fun to do, but when I just divided it up, it was kind of boring to me. So, but I'm still thinking about that line dividing the space, but just in a more fun way. And to me, it's more energizing, exciting. Has that pack of punch and stuff. This is just a ballpoint pen. Now I'm still moving around like picture plane and I'm thinking about the surface, but like really I'm offsetting it into the background of my head. I'm more like interested in what is this pen doing and how much fun can I have with it. Ooh, like lots of fun. Now I'm gonna bring in my graphite. This is just a regular graphite. It's actually a light HB. So I really just wanna think of the like whole surface as a playground. And really like let go into that moment. Now this is a Lyra graphite stick and they're water soluble. I should say I'm just like drawing on regular drawing paper. It's probably a lightweight. We could think about like other elements and varying the marks, even though they're still expressive of nature, and maybe now like start to add some black paint. Ooh, just slap it on. Ooh. You gotta say ooh when you do it. That's the trick, you know. Ooh. See, it is interesting. That it felt good to go with the like shape of the spreader. It's not a spreader. Palette knife, sorry. I'm not really a technical artist. You can tell. That's nice. So, and I'm gonna grab this palette knife. It's like, there really isn't a wrong way, but so it's all about how you decide to come to the surface and bring the energy and the emotionality to it and the intuition, and that's what I'm interested in. Oh, actually, let's start with a chopstick. So it's all about like feeling that energy. like letting yourself open the body. Maybe stab it. No, it's only if you're having a bad day. But there's some movement and some interest, and we're going around the whole surface of the page. So when we bring in the different element, you can look at, even though we're using just black and gray, could still convey so much in that energy and release. And it's really allowing yourself to move into the material. When you like think about the extension of the material, the movement. Like dancing on the surface. This is just a lighter graphite pencil. The charcoal, maybe now there's like that empty area, so maybe I'm gonna attack it kind of vigorously and change that whole picture plane just by that expression. If I can't reach it that well, I can't really the extension has a different kind of energy and feeling, but to me it's all about paying attention to that feeling, energy, and emotion. And because there could be a rise in this kind of movement. You can feel it, you can hear it, and it's like, ooh, undulating, like kind of like a high tide. But then we can like dial that back. Like, and we think, oh, when that's low tide or something. And it doesn't have to be as vigorous, right? But then it could be. It's all up to you. And you're like driving that whole dance, that creative dance. This is just a ballpoint pen again. So you could do like, so you can think about like small marks entering the surface to create another difference. And then to me, I would have to call it done. Masterpiece, finished. Magnifique. I'll sign it for you. You can buy it. Sometimes it's just like letting it dance across the page. Now remember, there is no wrong or right. Your head is gonna think that there is, though. So it's about allowing yourself to have the energy and the movement. Ooh, it broke. Yeah. This is that weird barbecue skewer. Ooh, it makes a nice sound. You just like slap it on there. Oh, this is a chopstick. If you don't make the sound effects, it's not as fun, I'm telling you. Now, I'm gonna leave the sound effects in. I really am like that when I'm working. I'll talk to myself. I'll answer myself. I'll like yell. I'll dance. I'll sing. It's all part of the process. Oh, laugh too. Don't forget laughing. This is just a ballpoint pen again. So I'm thinking about the white space, and that's the negative space. But I don't know why they call the white space the negative space, because to me it should be positive. Anyway, so I have been thinking about this surface and my picture plane, and I wanted to go on a journey all around, and I wanted to have, although this is black and gray, I still have some differences in the marks. I have the weird barbecue skewer mark. You know, that's creating a different kind of trail. And then I have this charcoal, and then that just depended on how hard or how like soft I did it. But when you do it hard, it makes a nice black mark. And then so this graphite mark. Also, this could be lighter. So when you're like looking at the composition, you're just looking at the dark, the light, and the variation of the thickness and the thinness that's happening, and that's happening in all of the marks really. So you control that output by like having a little dance across the page. So there isn't really a wrong way to apply a mark. This was just a stir stick. This is a ballpoint pen. Just think about, actually don't think about it, just apply something and feel it. To me, in this kind of work, expressive, raw, emotive, intuitive work, it's not about thinking. It's about letting yourself have the experience, convey an emotion and a feeling and an energy, and just having fun. So it's all about leaning in and exploring and experimenting and expressing and opening that intuitive channel. And the more you make marks and the more you show up to the moment, you'll free yourself up more and more and more in the process. And it's about having fun and letting loose and just enjoying the moment and seeing what happens. And that's all it really is. Continue to investigate all the possibilities that are there for you. The answer is yes.